Okay, we are live.
Wonderful. Welcome everyone to the Corporation of the Township of Monmouthshire Valley. This is our committee meeting, the last one for the year. It is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, and it is 1:30 p.m. We are meeting in council chambers and by Zoom, and I'm calling this meeting to order. Are there any additions to the agenda? I see none. May I have a confirmation of the agenda as presented, please? Moved by Merv, all in favor. Thank you. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. Could I get an approval of the minutes of our previous committee meeting, please? Moved by Tracy. Were there any errors or omissions? I see none. All in favor? Excellent. We have no delegates this afternoon, so hello, Daryl Birch, with your water and sewer budget. I don't know how you do it year over year, man. So,
You want to start?
well, I mean, your budget looks extremely wonky because of something that we can't announce. It's embargoed.
Yeah.
That was the word of the day on Sunday. But outside of that, I don't think that you could have done better.
No,
I had to go and do the math to take that out, but
That confused me.
yes.
Yeah.
so other than that, I mean, yeah. We definitely could have used more because there's more work to be done than these other projects, but it is what it is unless we raise the rates sky high. So,
People just can't afford it.
no,
And I think that when you were doing your budget with Annette and whomever helped and Sandra, I think you are a resident here, you understand the people here, and you know that affordability right now is not a word that we're using very often.
no, that's.
Things
right.
are just not affordable.
That's right.
So to keep water and wastewater at a decent increase year over year, I think is very prudent. But again, yes, your budget does. There was some math going on to
Yeah.
figure out where we were sitting.
Hopefully it all works out.
I do wonder, like with more units coming on and using the water system, is that going to help?
Oh, yes.
How do you see it helping? And
Well, we've allowed our income, as you can see in the multi-units has risen
yeah,
and, in both water and sewer, so. I mean, more money coming in makes it easier,
mhm.
but the problem is there's not enough coming in for what has to go out.
Well, aging infrastructure,
Yeah,
it's everywhere, right? We talk about it with roads, with water and wastewater, with stuff in the ground, with every buildings, vehicles, it is a challenge. But that was also obviously with your multi-res or your multi-unit, it definitely, you were able to keep it at a lower percentage than if there wasn't, and keep your projects within the budget.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right.
Did anybody have any other questions for Daryl?
Just you addressed it with the discrepancy in the number, not discrepancy, but
And I
background info.
I knew it was, but it was like, oh boy, now I don't know what, yeah. Anything else for Daryl?
Just for the new people, after that, I'm trying to think of that fiasco they had outside of Barrie with contaminated.
oh, water,
Yeah.
Well, they,
Walkerton,
yeah, from Toronto come
Remember.
out here and told us here in Eganville that we should get our water from Pembroke.
yeah.
Yep, we'll do that right away.
The only question I guess I had was looking at wages. They seem to be every year 10 to 14 over what's budgeted. Do you feel that you have enough in this year's?
There's the increases.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like we'd have a budget and then it was the actuals were 10 to 15 higher.
See,
So I'm just wondering if
Short
you
of-
feel,
Yeah, all just a little bit short.
yeah.
Yep.
Cause I see it's a good jump, but that might account for the overages.
That's right.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you, Daryl.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's always the worst budget of the year
Yeah.
because it affects so few residents.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have a very Merry Christmas and a
Okay.
Happy New Year and
So,
enjoy your gifts.
oh, thank you.
And,
Bonnie,
and
we're-
hopefully your new home.
Yes.
Yes. Will you be in it? No.
Mhm.
No. If you
Have a
want.
good Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Sandra, you might as well go next.
Okay. Hi,
Hi.
Hello.
so the December 10th budget report is in your package along with the balance sheet as of the end of November. Did anybody have any specific questions on those?
It's a long read.
It's.
Oh, I got questions on the FIR.
Oh, okay,
I don't actually. I have a question.
okay,
It's not, I think that the FIRs really do indicate, even though it's 2024's numbers, I think it really does show us where we are fiscally, in a really tough time.
Mhm.
But I did have a question for you, and I should have written down the page. On one of the pages, it said
okay,
municipal comparators. And there were, like in 2020, there were 444. And then the next year there were 443. And then in 2024, there were like 273.
oh,
Where are all those municipalities? Like, why aren't they filing their FIRs?
they're all,
Here we go.
they're all doing their budget first, apparently.
So, number of municipalities in comparison groups.
What page are you on?
2020, 444, 2021, 443, 2022, 441, 2023, 419, 2024, 293. That's shocking.
I would think that some of them don't have their stuff done.
Really? Okay, not that it affects, I think that we have enough
Yeah.
comparators to make it right. Just when I was going through it, those numbers shocked me. I'm just glad that we're one of the 293.
And our township is growing year over year.
Yes,
That was a good indicator as well.
yeah. Absolutely.
I was thinking also with the comparators that it would make sort of more sense rather than all 444 municipalities to make them all small, like have the small ones together, the medium ones together, the larger ones, because you can't be comparing apples to oranges, right? Like,
Well, they do.
but they,
We're compared to the rural,
Yeah, on
Well,
the
but they're
financial
still-
indicator review.
Yeah, yeah.
The first column where it says median,
Ah,
that's
okay,
the
okay.
ones that are comparable to
Yeah.
us. And the
oh,
next
good.
column is the average of
of the
everybody.
province.
Got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, if you see there, it says South LT counties rural.
Yeah.
Those are our people.
Oh, okay,
They're our
okay.
peeps.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah,
And that LT would be then lower tier.
yeah.
And the good news about it, it is earlier than it's ever been given recently, right? We have it in December.
As
Mm.
opposed to in June.
I looked back, February.
Okay, yeah.
So it's, it's a little
we've been-
quicker.
Yeah, but we've been joking about this for 15 years, Sandra, that it's always outdated.
Yes.
By the time they use it to calculate our partnership fund or allow us to apply for grants or anything, it is old information,
Yes.
right? We even talked about the annual repayment limit. Right, it being
Yes.
based on the FI, yeah,
Yes.
so,
Yes. Because what they call it is, it's just a quick snapshot in time.
yes.
You got that down, Pat.
Yes. That it is,
Yes. So I did a small write-off batch,
yeah,
just over $1,300. Transferred just under $60,000 in water and sewer arrears over to the property tax accounts. We've received our second and final payment of the CCBF, formerly the gas tax, for $63,000. Processed volunteer firefighter payroll for our 15 volunteer firefighters, just over $30,000. We did receive our 2026 OPP costs, which is exactly an 11% increase.
Okay, can I just interject
Yes.
here? Everybody I've spoken to thus far has been at the 11%, which is exactly what Annette predicted when they came out with the letter that the cap would be 11%, and now it's 11%. So
Mm.
we do have a delegation with the Solgen at Roma, which is great. And you updated the spreadsheet I did,
I'm working on it, yep,
but the one I did with all the
Yeah.
percentages?
yes.
Okay, and that is also, that spreadsheet will also go to Roma, which will go to AMO, to their policy person, who is no longer Bridget Cherry, unfortunately, because I know, she's actually the one that helped with, she's the one I met with over the fund last year. So, but you know what, AMO policy people are amazing, and they are well aware of this problem. Not a challenge, it's a problem now. It was a challenge.
And what's scary is that our policing without the cap would have been 991,000.
Yes,
Like that's almost $1 million.
yes,
Yes.
it's it's ludicrous. So anyway, it is being talked about. It is being talked about at Roma on Friday at the Roma board. So, but it's, this is not okay.
No.
It's not okay.
And so we were notified by the Ministry of Finance that they are not doing the reassessment for 2026. Because of, but they're saying it's because the burden, the tax burden shift that'll occur. So that's why they're still working on something fairer.
But the challenge is that it's been a decade. Next year it will be a decade. And that the balance, the shift is going to be on us as a municipality. When they reassess, we're going to have to figure out how to bill people appropriately. It's going to be a bit of an administrative nightmare, quite frankly. But it's so ironic that when I was reading my package, I had CP24 on in the background, and they had an ad from Impact. We assess every property in Ontario, and it goes on. And I'm thinking, no, you don't.
Well, people's assessments have been going up. So if they do go to your house and they see something, it's just that they value it back to 2016.
Right. And if you get a building permit.
They take it back, yeah.
Yes.
Which is also very hard and weird to explain to somebody who built a house in 2025 that the value that MPAC has on it is really 2016's value.
Yes.
So the impact to homeowners is maybe huge for many.
Okay, but no,
It'll be the
Okay.
same, it
So it's
just
not gonna be a
might
catch up
shift.
of 10 years?
it's going to look very strange. So when they reassess, so your house in 2016 was worth $100,000. MPAC comes in, they now value it at $200,000. The tax burden is not going to change, but it will be on the municipalities
Okay.
to figure out how to charge per 100,000. So it will be administrative. It won't be.
It'll sort of be like when the values on waterfront all went up. Not everybody's went up, but the people who were on the water, they saw a bigger increase that year than everybody else. Overall, it was still,
Yes,
but yeah, it just depends what way it shifts, what's become more valuable.
right. I still think it's ironic that they've got a whole ad campaign out there.
Like to hit, who's there?
And why are they spending the money?
I was
Yes.
just gonna say,
Well,
yeah.
and that brings me back to, frankly, the conversation just before about the policing. I think what's very frustrating and something that we should be bringing up with the Solicitor General is that we have no control over the budget. If they build a new building, if they hire extra cleaning staff or extra, like all of the decisions they can make without having to worry about how they're raising the money, because they just pass it on to us and we have no say in financial restraints or whatnot, or keeping them to like, you can only increase by in these departments or whatnot. Like, we have no ability to affect their budget, and we just have to take what's given. And so I think there needs to be some kind of safeguards or guardrails that are brought in to say the people who are footing your bill need to have some protection against the decisions that are being made. Like, if they go up in certain categories by whatever amount, like maybe they need to fundraise for it, maybe they need to, whatever it is, or get it from the province, but that protecting us.
So one of the things that I can almost guarantee, Solgen is going to tell us is that, yes, but we raised the partnership fund by $100 million over 2 years. So, you know, you got an increase in partnership fund because the partnership fund initially was created in order to help pay for the download of the OPP to municipalities. Unfortunately, that partnership fund has become more of our normal budget process as opposed to budgeting for an increase like that in the OPP. So, yeah,
It also doesn't protect against decisions that are being made without any input, right?
Agreed.
So, and that's where I find this the most problematic, is if I'm doing my household budget and I decide to do, a $200,000 renovation on my house because I don't have to pay for it, I'm just passing on to somebody else, then I'm not gonna have the same like financial scrutiny if
yeah,
I'm paying it out of my own pocket, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the difference, is that we're the people who don't have any say on, do we really need the highest grade, whatever it is, countertops, because I'm thinking of my own kitchen, but do we really need the highest grade that, or is this what we can afford? And if we're not have the ability to ask those questions, we're only given the bill, that's really problematic because we have to pass that on.
and I think one of the things that was startling last year is that AMO wasn't even at the table. So our people that advocate, they weren't even there to say, hold on a second, you haven't given municipalities the ability to have any sort of say in this. And unfortunately, they did have these information sessions that earlier in the year. And I said right after those information sessions, they are going to consider this consultation, and it's not.
Doesn't this go way back to the days when they lowered the farm tax? Remember the
Yeah.
farmers paid 25%?
Yeah.
And the township said, how do we collect this? Well, they said, you figure it out. And there's an uproar right across the province, but.
Well, there's an uproar about and you know what was surprising is after they created that $77 million fund last year, when we got the letters saying, your new OPP will be capped at 11%, I thought, boy, we just had this conversation a few months ago, and now you're doing this again. Anyway, we have a delegation, we'll see how it goes. But in my opinion, they need to cover these increases, as you just said, Mayor, the increases that we were never told about, that we didn't have a seat at the table, and that we were never consulted on, quite frankly.
So reconciled the GL accounts and issued the final installments to the 4 school boards and the county of Renfrew for their collection of their taxes for a total of $866,000. We've been working on our new asset management software, trying to get that up and running.
Oh, how's that going?
It seems to be going good.
Yeah.
We send them ginormous spreadsheets. They send us back even bigger ones, but they seem to have a handle on it.
Good.
So that's great news.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the last thing in the report, which we touched on briefly, was the financial indicator review. So most of it's low to moderate.
I did appreciate, though, you pulling out a few of the more important items and putting them in your report. That worked very well. Thank you for that.
No problem. Yeah, the explanation that's in italics is is helpful to understand.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I read them, but this sort of gave a précis of the things that we really need to keep our eye on.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yes.
And I take your point that it's a snapshot in time, and maybe if it was like a month later, you'd have different results, but I think what's gonna be important is watching next year, because we were low, and if it's moderate, and then it's just a blip and we go back, but if it keeps, then we need to.
Yeah,
But are the ones that are thinking that they're gonna be in that high category, are they the ones that aren't filing?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, cause if it's a comparator,
Right.
right, so if maybe there's less people, that's why you're.
well, my biggest question when that municipality up north had to be bailed out. Okay, so they didn't do things appropriately, but my number one question was, well, where is the province's skin in the game if they're filing their FIRs?
Mhm.
Like the province should have had a handle on it.
Mhm.
But maybe they were one of the ones that did, who knows? But
I
it
think
is
that's why it
interesting.
takes them so long to analyze them.
Yeah.
Because they're waiting,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
on everybody to hand them in, and they're not getting enough in time
Yeah,
to be able to.
Oh. Good Lord. John, did you have anything? I forgot about John.
Don't worry, I have a voice, I'll yell. But
Okay,
no, I agree. I spent more time on the OPP report. It was more interesting to me, but it's the same story all over. And it's the same the same pressures in every municipality, not just in Renfrew County, but everywhere, I'm sure.
Yep.
definitely. Thank you, Sandra.
And everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you do. Enjoy your presents.
Thank you.
Hello, Kevin.
Take the hot seat.
He's like, I'm
He's looking like that.
Bring him to the
Feels
present.
like a bait.
Don't worry, it's not a bait and switch.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That when I read your report, there were compliments about the dinner at the Christmas party.
They were-
That food was incredible.
Yes, it was.
It was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Anything big on that you want to highlight, Kevin?
No, not really. We've got a few extra rentals in the month of January. Adam Bernard is running a little school camp starting
Nice.
at
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning, so that's a bonus. So that's a good addition for us.
Is it ever?
So
I like your photo of the measuring tape with the tree. I use me as the measuring tape.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yes.
other than that, my report's pretty straightforward. Christmas parade was great, a great day. It was a little
Fantastic.
cool to win, but other than that, it was well.
Not if you're walking.
No, we were actually okay. You must have been freezing.
Yeah.
But no, well, actually, I was,
I was good. I got
and the-
hot.
the sunshine was beautiful,
No, the sun was great, but it was,
Yeah.
but we were also dressed appropriately.
no, it's,
You know what's funny? You know, it's a cold day when as I was driving there was almost nobody on the streets, and I was kind of worried, like, oh, it's too cold, no one's coming out. And then 10-15 minutes later, it's packed.
Yeah,
yeah,
So,
no.
you know, people were waiting to get out there. I will just comment that we ran out of candy super early. So it would be great next year to just make a note of that, to get maybe 4 or 5 times that much. Cause I felt really bad with kids having their hands out.
John, you don't give the candy canes to adults.
It's John's fault.
I stole a bag full of sunglasses from Billy Deneau's car and I gave them all away too.
I know,
Yeah.
and because Billy was walking with me, so every time he gave a kid a chocolate bar, I'm like, that's actually from us.
Maybe the ask is for Billy to bring chocolate.
Yeah, well,
Ah,
his had stickers on.
Yeah,
that
which
said,
Okay.
Merry Christmas from Billy Deneau. So
Oh,
I was trying to peel them off, but it wasn't working.
But it actually is a nice idea to kind of have some kind of sticker or whatnot that says, Merry or Happy Holidays from Township of Anjou Valley, like, takes a little extra time and effort, but it's nice for putting in the money for people to know.
We need full-size chocolate bars. That's why I was taking the credit for us, guys.
Yeah, like you could do these, right? Like this
Yeah.
size with something.
Yeah.
Those are easy to hand out.
Yeah.
Anyways, the, if I may, make another, when the Eagles Nest, you said we had 5 private rentals this month, which is terrific, and I imagine that by the holiday season, we probably have more than normal, or,
Yes, over the Christmas holidays right now, we have families renting the ice surface and going upstairs.
Yeah.
and renting the upstairs and having.
I was just thinking,
That's
it
nice.
just made me think, like, it might be an idea to, and I think I've seen this in the past, just as a sort of start of the year kind of thing, to put out there that it's available for rentals and that what the rate is, to just get people thinking, because a lot of people have, and we don't want to take away necessarily from the Legion,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, they're different, they have different sizes and whatnot, just to know the capacity and that
Yeah.
it's available. People plan, anniversary parties and all sorts of other kinds of things, and they might think it's outside of their price range, and it would be good to know that it's quite reasonably priced.
But I like,
Available much with the hockey tournaments? Sorry.
It come January, Sundays are booked. Saturday nights, yes, it's available.
Okay.
But Sundays, when January comes, and lots of times what goes on for the hockey tournaments, they come in, prepare Saturday evening or Saturday and to get, because Sunday morning, 7 o'clock,
they're on the ice.
it's rolling.
Okay.
So, yeah, it'd be a changeover. It'd be.
Maybe after that
Yeah.
sort of period is
Yeah.
done. I know I've rented it before for like Passover dinners and things
Yeah.
like that,
We haven't done that in years. Why don't you do that anymore?
well, I do it, I've done it at home, but I go
Yeah,
to
I
town
know.
most.
Did it at the Eagles Nest.
Yeah, but just things like that where you think like, oh, I don't have space myself,
Mhm.
so just
No.
a thought I had.
Outside of of the weather, we cleaned up the outdoor rink once, but so they're calling for rain this week, so we're just gonna wait till it goes on.
You know
That's all I
what?
can do.
I thought of the outdoor ring last week when it was, -20. I'm like, awesome. And then Thursday and Friday are supposed to be 4,
Yes.
raining. We can't win.
Nonsense waste.
It is supposed to get cold again.
That's right.
It would be so nice if the outdoor rink was open over the holidays,
Mm,
right? While the kids are in school.
well,
I know, I know it's Mother Nature.
It's in the hands of Mother
It
Nature.
really
right?
is. It really is.
Anyways, that's my report.
That's great. Anything else for Kevin? Seeing none. Merry Christmas,
Merry
Kevin.
Christmas, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Enjoy that.
Enjoy your holiday.
Megan.
Mm.
Thank you.
Oh, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Is it public?
Yeah, oh, yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
It is now.
It is.
Kevin's gonna be a grandfather.
I figured that.
Yeah. He's not a father.
Yeah, I figured that one too.
Megan would not be happy. All right. That's funny though. Yeah, that's very exciting, their first grandchild.
Mhm.
All right, Annette.
So the only thing I will touch on, I know Kevin didn't touch on it, I'll have that at our January meeting, is to talk about the funding, which we can talk about, funding that we received
Yeah.
for the arena. So we did receive further confirmation. I was waiting on a top up of the funding. We already received $1 million. We just received our top up notification today. So yesterday, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so I will bring a more detailed report to the next meeting so that we can sort of talk about that, because it's supposed to reduce our carbon footprint by 80%, and it's supposed to save us the report says $50,000 a year in utility costs. Sandra and I are gonna look at that. We're not thinking it's gonna be quite that much, but even if it would save us, $20,000 a year in utility costs or something like that, that'd be excellent. So, yeah, and it's equipment we had to replace. We knew we had to replace it anyway, so it's money we were gonna spend anyway, so it's really a good news story, but I will bring that forward.
When we got the notice yesterday and I read the amount, I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we were getting $1 million.
Yeah.
And then you responded right away and I'm like, oh, it's the top
This
up.
is how, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm like,
I didn't want to
hang
report
on.
part of the project. I was waiting for this notice so we could report on the whole
Yeah,
thing. So I will bring that forward at the next meeting. I just didn't have time because we only got it yesterday and obviously my report was already done and sent out. So just the AMO conference, which comes up in Ottawa every August right now. I just got a notice from them and they're opening the hotel rooms in January, which is quite early compared to other years. So I just, thankfully I got it before I had my report done, so I added it. Because if there are council members that would like to go, then I will, as soon as January 6th. I have not had good luck getting the Weston, but the Lord Elgin and the Shadow, I seem to be able to get into either one of those. So, yeah.
you
So
don't have to worry about me. I'm going with county, but Roma pays for it.
okay.
And who wants to spend my 25th wedding anniversary with me at the AMO?
Not to each other,
Yeah.
on the same day.
Okay. So is there any other member of council who wants to go, just because then when I come back from holidays, because it's boom, right there.
Yeah,
I will make sure that we have rooms booked.
I'll let you know at
I
a
don't know
later
yet.
date. I think it depends on
Agenda.
elections and agenda and all those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not, I mean, at the end of the day, it is in Ottawa.
Yeah, so
I
it's not
mean,
that,
you know, we can go down for the day as well, if you don't want to, not that you don't want to, but if you
Save
can't
some.
make the whole conference, you know. Yeah.
I'd probably go for a day, I think. I didn't, it's just, it's nice to meet up with everyone too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're not gonna stay over?
we
I
might
don't know.
share a room one night or something,
Just not-
possibly.
if I wasn't,
But let's discuss it before we.
Okay.
if I wasn't the warden, I would be cutting the trip short because it's actually my 25th wedding anniversary.
25, wow.
So, yeah.
If you can let me know by January 5th, on the Monday, right, you know, that if you're interested in booking a room and for which nights, because they will fill up very, very quickly, as we all know. Not that you can't stay, there's lots of hotels in Ottawa, it's
Yeah,
just, you just have to travel, it's further.
I would suggest this, like you can always cancel a room if we don't use it, but it might make sense just to go ahead and book one.
You have to pay for the one night,
Okay,
usually, yeah,
And you can always give a room away.
sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking for direction, whatever it is, if
But-
it is, go ahead and book it.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Take
It
the
just
hit,
depends on
that's
the
fine
day.
too.
Mhm.
And
I
if
will-
there's
whatever.
plans for people getting together, like that's always nice to meet with all the other
Yeah.
mayors,
Yeah.
council,
Okay,
councilors, sorry.
Yeah.
so just let me know by the 5th.
Okay.
And whatever direction I receive,
Yeah.
and it's book
I'm
a
also
full
just
time or book a day or.
Curious like what time the day starts, because if it starts at like 7, then yes, if it starts at 9, then I could drive.
There's usually
Generally, the
breakfast at 7:30.
yeah, and then stuff doesn't start until 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
depending on what you want to go to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very good conference though, so.
And John, I know you've attended in the past, but you've always driven back and forth. Is that your intention again? If
Yep,
you're-
I probably will go and the commute, it doesn't bother me.
Okay,
Okay.
It's the nighttime driving if we're getting together, like
Yeah.
end of day.
Have
Oh,
it-
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
my worry. It's not the mornings, it's
Yeah.
the end of day stuff.
It's worth the money to make sure someone's having a drink that they're not driving.
Oh, my good God.
And just nighttime driving in general, I hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but if you want to have a glass of wine with supper, like I wouldn't even drive after a glass of
No,
wine.
me either. No.
yeah, and being here at 7:30 in the morning is,
yeah.
no, I agree. Okay,
Well,
I will wait then to hear from anybody else for the 5th of January, what we're doing.
I wouldn't know what happens to the 11% that don't agree or strongly agree with the statements.
So So they were somewhat agree, and then there was some neutrals.
I'm just
And,
teasing.
yeah. and-
This is great.
Yeah, so, and that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what, I appreciate it because I don't always get, like I usually I'm giving feedback. I don't always get feedback.
Yeah,
So it's nice to sort of go, here's
Yep.
some of the things I think I'm doing well, but if you're seeing a different side, then let me know. And I thought it was great input to kind of say, you know, the two areas where it was felt that I was not doing as well in were employee empowerment. Not that I don't feel I'm pro manager, maybe my staff would say different. and as well in goal setting. So to me, that's really, and I think that the training we're doing on Thursday is part of that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's good. That sounds to me like I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
I'm weak in this area. I'm trying to buff it up with some training and, certainly lead to future conversations with staff to say, you know, how can I empower you? How can I help you set goals? How can I help you achieve those goals? You know, are we not having enough conversations of me supporting you, you know, as an employee? Because we get distracted with all the
Mhm.
projects and all the things and quite often I'm putting out a fire and it's
Absolutely.
got to be controlled and we're not having the conversation, the bigger conversations, and I want to have those. That's why I think
Right.
Thursday's so important is I
Yeah.
want to make sure council and staff have those conversations.
Well, I'm a strong
Yeah.
proponent of 360 reviews.
Mhm.
You know, I did them in my former life. And I think that they're really important, whether they're anonymous or not. And I think, you know, as Annette said, like. You feel like you're self-aware, but then sometimes you think, oh, maybe I did miss that. So I think this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's an overstatement to say weak, but in those areas, I think that, as you said, if everything came back like flowing, then
yeah,
that doesn't give you information,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think this is really good.
Yeah, and I know communication, it's not that I'm not a good communicator, but it's the fact of the matter is there's a lot happening.
Yeah,
And so I don't always get a chance to, you know, make sure everybody knows everything. You know, but you do the best you can and yeah, it's good. It opens the door for future communications.
can I ask a question just on that though?
Yeah.
Is there any kind of like Slack channel or group? Do you have like, do you know what Slack is?
no,
Okay. In office spaces that I've worked in, we've used Slack or Signal or other kind of like where there's a group chat that is, you know, the roads are closed, so you don't have to just send an email. It's like basically an app or something, and it can be on your laptop or on your phone, and it will go to both. And I think it's a very good way for busy people and you need to disseminate information quickly, or like donuts are in the office and they're gonna go fast.
they're in the office.
You know, like from either thing, but something like that, it might be a tool that would be helpful. So just as a thought to share.
Okay.
Like workplace messenger, right?
Yeah, it's like a workplace messenger,
We just be
basically.
careful because that's what got LRT in trouble in the city of Ottawa. So just.
Or in the US Signal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yes, like we do text back and forth. We text and email.
Yeah,
You know, so I think we do communicate regularly and we
Mhm.
see each other almost every day. I'm not gonna say every day, but I would say I probably see the department's heads almost every day.
yeah.
So,
But you're not all in the
Well,
same office, right?
yeah,
So-
no, we're not. I wish we were. To be
Yeah,
honest, I wish we were.
exactly. Just a way of bringing it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's taken some time, but now that I've been here, 6 years, definitely now staff is much more comfortable to come in and talk to me, right? Like when I first got here, it's like, oh, it's a big boss. She's talking to the department heads. Oh, I better not go over my, supervisor and come. But I think now we've built a good relationship that no, like we're all on the same team. Like let's work it out.
Agreed.
So, but yeah, no, that's a good point just to keep channels open for sure. I think John. So next thing would just kind of be the software, which Sandra already touched on, so I won't get into that. Just, we do have some large projects coming up in 2026, so just making council aware with those because they involve the arena, water, sewer, storm, roads, the rideshare program, which hopefully will commence in the spring, recycling transition. So I don't know how much you've been hearing on the news, different things, but people are still making decisions now for January 1st. So the latest I heard was that another municipality, I won't call them up because that's not fair, is no longer allowing, and in Renfrew County is no longer allowing commercial to come to their waste sites.
Yeah.
With garbage, yes, with garbage, paid garbage, no recycling. So, I think staff has worked really hard to try and keep services as normal as they can. The only change that we will be making, other than, yes, the recycling, the types of recycling, of course, they've expanded the list, so that's great. But the other change will be for our commercial collection businesses, so the depots are gonna keep going the way they've been going. They're segregated, but I know some of our depots we don't even think they have commercial, so we're just gonna see how that plays out. If at the end of the day, we're not having any commercial businesses go to, let's say, Lake Clear, I'm just gonna pick one. You know, then we can discuss that next year at the time to say, maybe we need to not offer that there if they're not coming there. Because it's costing, right? It's costing to have those bins. It's costing, now we may only have to haul, you know, monthly instead of weekly, or, you know, 4 times a year. So until we have that data, I don't
Yeah.
really want to make those changes.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that the processing, so the MRFs don't have to accept commercial recycling. The province has said residential, yes, commercial is up to you. So, you know, we have some concerns that, and Ontario's been very good to work with that. I can't, you know, I'm not gonna say they have been both, we take our Stockholm Valley waste recovery, which is managed by Ontario, and then there's the other one in Renfrew that's owned and managed by Ontario. But, you know, they could at any time tell us we're not taking commercial. So, you know, when we had that discussion, we went ahead and joined the Renfrew County group to say, you know, what are your prices? So they gave us a good price, $6 and some cents per stop. We're getting paid by Millers because they've subcontracted us for residential. We're getting paid $8.10 per stop. They're gonna charge us $6.75, I think, per stop. So bless you. So at least then we're in with a group. I think it's gonna be pretty difficult, especially since we're in with LB and Whitewater and Petawawa, and they're actually shareholders of that corporation. So just trying to protect that we're not going to get turned around partway through the year. Now, the contract is only until March 2027, so
Sorry, it's gonna keep going.
Okay.
I'll just
So-
take that as a.
I'll wait till the end. So if
Let's
Full
start.
applause till the
Yeah,
end.
once it starts.
So the price, you know, the price is decent. It's a little bit more than what we could do it for with our staff. The other issue is we have a staff on leave from the back of the garbage truck. We have a staff member driving the garbage truck who works for us at other sites, who's not really looking for extra hours at the moment. So, and all of this has to be done by January 1st.
Yeah.
So we kind of said, okay, let's go with the group. Let's sign the agreement till March 2027.
But there is a benefit in
If
your
it's not
report. You
working.
do talk about that part of that money will pay for the garbage truck
Well,
load.
absolutely.
So there are upsides to this,
Yes.
to being part of this group and
Yes.
outsourcing as well.
I think we're going, if we don't break even, I think we're actually gonna end up better off where we can take some off the tax, which is good.
That would be so lovely.
So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go one way or the other. We're either gonna break even or we're actually gonna be able to reduce some of the tax burden. One of those two things is gonna happen. So the fact that your business, your commercial business, there's 51 of them, and we're also on the non-eligibles list where the schools are not, they're still gonna pick up from them. You have to put your your recycling at the curb, just like you always did. It's just not gonna be picked up on Tuesdays, it's now gonna be picked up on Fridays. I think that's not the end of the world. I don't know, we're gonna send letters out to each individual business. Like I said, there's 51 of them. We'll post it, you know, make them aware. Now, we're going to pick up from businesses one last January 6th, I guess. So they'll get picked up on January 6th and then again on January 9th. So really, they're gonna get one extra pickup in there. So it's not gonna cause, oh, I couldn't get rid of my stuff. If it really doesn't work for you, if our businesses are like this Friday really doesn't work, you can still take it to the depot.
Right.
We
Yeah.
still have that option open
Yeah.
for you. So free of charge to the depot. I mean, free of charge, it's on, you know,
Yeah.
it's on your taxes or being funded through the province, but yes. So, the other thing is there's 3 businesses, well, there's 4, but there's one that's not open right now, but Bloom Wildly,
Yeah,
Fifth Shoot, and Rio. They have their recycling garbage at the back of their building right now.
down into the parking.
And Miller's truck is not gonna fit back there.
Gotcha.
So they're gonna have to bring it out to the curb. Again, those I'm actually going to
Good.
phone call personally
Good.
and say, this is what's happening. If that doesn't work for you, again, you can take your stuff to the
Yeah.
depot, it's till March 2027. It's a year, if it's a real problem, let's have the conversation, but at the end of the day, we're gonna continue to pick up your recycling, one way or the other, collect it, whether it's at the depot or at the curb.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that at, we're not charging you for that, because there are municipalities that are charging, because it's not in the mandate, it's not in the provincial grant anymore. There are municipalities that are banning it. We're gonna continue on, and I think we're gonna continue on at either a break-even point or a small savings. So,
Wouldn't that be lovely for the people that pay for garbage pickup?
yes,
Like, just,
yeah.
I mean, any break at this point,
Mhm.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
go ahead.
so,
I just wanted to make sort of a value statement, which I think that, I feel personally that we need to stay a friendly place for businesses to open. And I think when we start losing our businesses, like we're seeing Bank of Montreal and others, it hurts all of us in our community. So even if it is a small increase, it still is a savings to have businesses feel like they are supported here. And it is a big cost to them if they have to spend their employees' time to take garbage and whatnot. So
Absolutely.
I'm really glad to see that in that spirit of supporting our businesses, that you're gonna call the ones that have those big changes. Did you say there's 51?
51, yeah.
51.
But there are only 3 that will have to, that
Change those.
do
Yes.
not at this point put it at the curb.
That's
Right.
The rest of them
Right.
do, the rest of them are fine, but those 3,
Yes,
we have been going behind to
I
pick up
understood.
because we have a smaller truck.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying we won't, if this, causes significant issues, I'm not saying in a year from now, but, I'm concerned that we're gonna get kicked to the curb with them, I wanna make sure that we're playing ball, and in the year of transition, things are as consistent as we can keep them.
Yeah.
Not perfect, and the services are being
But-
offered free of charge, and
yeah,
really, we have a fair amount of revenue coming in to offset.
that's right.
So,
And if you're looking to open a business, these are the kinds of things that you're looking at when you're picking your location. Right.
And I don't wanna dump another municipality in the mud either.
No,
But there are other municipalities where they aren't doing commercial period. And that's
Yeah.
problematic,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, but I think that, I think that Annette and her team have found a compromise, especially through this collaboration with other municipalities. I think it's
Yeah.
great work.
Yeah,
Great
and us being subcontracted to keep up with the residential has really definitely benefited us.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's, we're doing everything we can to maintain it the same, and maybe in a year from now, things will be more sorted out. 'Cause like I said, people are still making decisions on the fly today.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And if it is, and we can take back the businesses and do it at a cheaper rate, we'll continue to try and find savings and do things the best that we can for our residents. But at this point, I want to make sure Amterra is taking our tonnage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think moving it to the Friday, other than the 3 businesses that are a little bit more impacted, will not be significant, I'm hoping. And like I said, if it really is, our depots are open, they're welcome to take, they're free of charge. It's not
Right.
like garbage, it's free
No.
to take
Yeah.
there, so.
I just wanted to, not on behalf of everyone else, but just to say, if you feel that there are other businesses that need a phone call as opposed to just receiving an email, because sometimes that can get lost this time of year when you're getting a lot as well. If you need more hands on deck to make some of those calls, let us know, and
Okay.
whoever can help.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'd be happy. Some of
Yeah,
us would
we're
be
gonna
happy
put it in
to.
the newsletter, we're gonna put it on the sign,
Yeah,
we're gonna put it on the website, we've got the new calendar ready to go, we got the letters ready to go, and then we'll make the phone calls and
Jason.
that goes good.
Jason, don't leave.
but if you just need a few more phone
Jeez.
calls, do you think these specific businesses could really use
I
a
appreciate it.
personal
Yeah,
touch?
Yeah,
Just cause he's here.
Yeah,
no,
Jason.
Jason,
give him a second. He's not, he's coming. You're going out there,
Okay.
he's coming in, okay. You gotta meet
that's
Buzz
for
already.
you. That's for Dana, that's for Dave.
Didn't you want to turn off red lights?
Oh, yeah. I'll turn off the lights. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Geez, he was perfect for the recycling discussion.
Yeah.
He's not even paying for it. But yes, no, I feel very confident that the team has worked hard and I think this is the best resolution for the moment. And we'll continue to monitor it and make improvements and find even more savings. I'm convinced for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, so the agreement will come at the next meeting because it wasn't ready for everyone. Yeah. 2026 election, so working hard on that. I finally finished going through the preliminary list of electors from Elections Ontario, and I sent that back to them today.
Where's 3 years gone?
Yeah.
I know.
right.
I know.
It's crazy. Brenda, Andrew, and Brian all agreed to stay on for another 4 years for our compliance audit committee. I think I used them one time in the last 4 years, and it was just a question of whether I could accept a credit card statement as opposed to a receipt on the election financials for a certain individual, and they said yes, they would accept that, and that was it. That was
Awesome.
that was it. Didn't charge us a thing. Away we went. So that's great that they're willing to stay on. I'll bring forward a bylaw in the future to make that, to confirm that. Oh, official plan. Okay. So we filed an official plan amendment with the county for Lake Clear. It's very broad. It's basically asking to, because right now the official plan states that trailers
Hi, Jennifer, can you hear me?
To take one and.
William.
William.
Oh, okay. Sorry, John, we lost connection there. We're back now, but we're just taking a
I'm
break.
here.
Taking a break.
I didn't know if it was me, but that's good. I'm here.
Okay, we're good. Okay. I'll put us back on YouTube.
Were they all different messages on them?
I think
Yes.
so. Oh, this one now. Oh.
So is this our 5-minute break, Sandra, Tracy?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna go get some Buckley's cough syrup.
Shouldn't be sitting out cold, credit card taxes
Yeah.
first.
Hello? Hey. Yeah. What? What? What's going on? Okay.
What time is Thursday again? I should have. it.
1.
Okay.
The Eagles Nest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have 3 calendars that need to be merged, because
Yeah.
this one goes to the whatever Outlook one, but not my personal.
Well. The, I have to get them to put the warden email on my phone as well, because
Please pause.
their yeah, yeah, because I'm not, they're responding to my. They're responding to my emails. The office is,
What do you mean?
because I don't have access to the warden email.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
I'll get it tomorrow.
Oh,
Got a meeting all day tomorrow.
I don't wanna do your silence till victims of the.
We sure can at council.
Yeah.
You're darn right.
Yeah. And call it what it is.
What's that?
Yes, he told me now that the supposed to be for the rest of you. That's what he said. That he. Well, you got rid of the cats and our stuff. Let's see. Well, I don't know.
Or, well, then you have to write it for me,
Okay,
because I'm not gonna be the offender.
no, I just think we'll say that. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay. I think it means more coming from you,
Sure.
I really do.
Well, I think it means more,
Oh,
For now.
okay, fine.
but I will write it if you
Yes.
want, or I will say it.
No, you write it. Because I don't wanna make a mistake.
No, I'm saying it's just like.
No, I,
Put something on O's level, so she believes the integrity, she's not, because the wife was feelings with her day. And it was.
well, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah, but you're
but-
missing the point,
yeah.
that it's.
Did you see that guy that disarmed the father?
Unbelievable.
Dave
There was
goes, why
another
didn't he
couple-
just shoot him right there?
I know, and there was another couple that also a Russian Jewish couple that they died, but they tackled the other guy apparently.
Oh my God, I got goosebumps.
Mhm.
That is a mess.
That was but that guy's bravery,
Incredible.
really, seriously, okay.
I don't know what we're doing.
And I'm sitting here, yeah.
We've got a big problem.
Yeah, I'm in, yeah.
You look like you were up. Did John connect or did he just stay connected? while
John
trapped?
stayed connected.
Oh, that's
Good.
So just lost the. YouTube thing.
Well, I don't even know if we lost it. That's, I can't even tell you if we lost it.
Oh my.
We could have still been live the whole time. I can't tell you that. I don't know. Just,
Well-
yeah.
We couldn't have lost it because we'd have dozens of phone calls from irate viewers.
Oh, yeah, because we're the hottest ticket in town, John.
Yeah, we're still up and running.
Okay, well, we apologize to our incredible viewing public. We thought we lost connectivity. Apparently we didn't. If you were joining us on our break, yay. But we are back and we will go back to our CAO and the official plan and
Yes.
your question about whether or not we want to defend the
Yes.
appeal or not.
Sorry about that. My computer went all the way down. It's all the way back up, but we're still all connected, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what blipped out and what's in and what's out, but anyway.
Up is down, black is white.
Sorry about that. So, yes, the official plan amendment. So we applied for it, county approved it, and it's been appealed now. So, the next steps are basically, what I want to confirm with council committee today is to have staff direction, if you would like to withdraw the amendment, because county is going to have to make a decision on whether or not, one, they're gonna defend it 100%, whether they are not going to defend it and kick it back to us to defend, or whether it's going to be a bit of a hybrid where we work together to defend it. So, you know, if we're out, I should probably advise Bruce that we're out before he takes that big report to county council, and says, all right, well, we're gonna defend it with our partners, and I say, well, your partner's out. So that's basically all I wanna know today from, council. I know we spent, over $50,000 on a study, but you know, this is going to be costly. The reality of the situation is this is going to cost. How much? I don't know.
We also don't know if it's going to be a partnership.
That's what
I think that's the, yeah.
yeah,
Can you give the rationale why we would?
why we would pull out or why
Pull
we
out.
would stay in.
Maybe on both sides.
The only reason why I could think that the township would pull out of this is if you really don't want to spend any more money. If I felt, so we did, when I first in 2021, we did try to just go straight to zoning and pass a zoning bylaw, which did get appealed. And, you know, I came back to council and said, I think we should reverse the zoning bylaw, and I think we should, because we could not win that appeal. This appeal, I feel pretty good about it. I think we can win. I can never guarantee. I think we've already spent a fair amount of money, going forward this. I think the community has asked, us to enforce, these provisions one way or the other. And so, you know, I think we've had public meetings. So yeah, I think we should, my recommendation would be that we continue this journey. We finish what we started. And yes, it's going to be over a year, so it might not even be this council by the time we get in front of a tribunal. Yes, it's going to cost a few more $1,000. Is it going to be, you know, another 50,000? I don't know. Possibly. We'll have to talk to Tony about it and get our lawyer, but I do think, you know, I do think we have a good case. I don't think it's going to take a lot of evidence. I think it's a very broad policy, you know, and so I feel pretty good. And if we've got the county, I believe they will join us in our defense of the decision. I don't think they will leave us on our own, but that will be up to county council. So that could go either way. So I think that will, you know, that also will bring strength to the application itself. And, yeah. I think this has been going on for a very long time. I think the community would like an answer. I think they would like an answer that doesn't cost any more money, as would I, but, this is the process and it's there for a reason to make sure everybody has their opportunity to voice their concerns. So, yeah.
I was also intrigued by the fact that the appeal came from the Lake Claire Conservancy and not the Lake Claire Property Owners Association.
Came from,
The Lake Claire Conservancy,
oh, I see, okay.
the LCC, not the LCPOA.
Applicant, yeah.
So I wondered why that was. Yeah,
Maybe it's been fraught with the oh, the residents group and less so.
Maybe, yeah,
I think it's probably a wise place for it to come from.
it was intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I use that word.
It'd be nice if we can solve that problem somewhere or other, because it's been going on.
Yeah,
Way too
Previous
long.
councils,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. And-
Sebastopol councils, and God, it's been going on.
Yeah.
I appreciate your recommendation and I would just echo that. This is something we don't want to keep kicking down the.
no,
The road,
Endless road.
endless road, and so if this is the last step that we need to. Have a final answer, then that makes sense to me. I just wouldn't wanna spend. Good money on top of bad, but if you think that this is the path and we just need to follow it to the end, we might wanna. Make sure that there are some guardrails on what those expenses are and that we kind of get kept up to date so it doesn't balloon.
the other thing is that the monies that we've spent thus far have been grant monies.
Right.
Sitting in reserves, they haven't been taxpayer money coming from, ratepayer money coming from our property tax base. And I
Right.
think that's
That's
been
important to note.
misunderstood over and over and over again. But I agree that there have to be guardrails on the spending, but
Well, it's staff time, right? So all of the time that Annette spends on this and other staff.
Exactly.
That's where the expenses. You know, I too advocate for working together on this. Coming to a conclusion.
John, did you have any comment?
Well, their counsel is from an extremely capable and well-respected firm, so they're serious about the appeal. I would like to offer to work with the county if that can work out. I agree with their strength in numbers, and we're both looking for the same thing, which is resolution.
Agreed, and the official plan amendment was from the county of Renfrew. I think we have to remember that. Merv?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Let's
So I
get
think
this
we
thing solved one way or another.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So I'll reach out to Tony, just let him know what's happening, get some sort of idea of a budget. So that when we go to
That would
budget,
be lovely.
I have dollar amount
Yeah.
of what he thinks it will cost.
Right.
I'm sure he'll be able to look at it and kind of go, oh, this is either not gonna take too much time or this is
Yeah.
gonna be significant.
Yeah, I think what we're saying is no blank checks.
Yeah,
Understood. No,
no,
of course.
absolutely not.
That's great, and I'll let Bruce know as well, so that he can prepare his report for DNP in January and then county council in February. The other thing is the proposed site plan, so if
Mhm.
everyone's had a chance to have a quick look at that, we did have that come forward previously.
Yep.
Where we didn't want the communal septics, so now moving forward to the next step. The site plan, I had Tony review it, looks good to him, there was one clause to be added. Because there's nothing really that states in the agreement that said they're obligated to follow the hydrogen sheet, which is funny, it's the schedule of the agreement, but there's not an actual clause. We didn't draft the agreement, by the way, but somebody did not put a clause, so that's the only change that we recommended.
Okay.
And it's already been inserted and the individual's already re-signed it, they just got it today,
So
so.
great,
Unless there are other concerns with this site plan, then I think I can bring it forward to the January meeting and they can move forward with their project.
that is really exciting. Fun,
I'm trying to picture where that is. I know it's Golden Lake, the domes.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, on Gorman,
Yeah, I just
or off Gorman Road,
can't visually.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
wow,
Not hearing
Neat.
any further concern, so. Yes, and then just coming up this evening will be a resolution for council for the modernization reserves for the software. We said we would keep it to only what we needed. It's actually a little bit less than 48. Sandra, knocked me down to about 47,300 and, she
I like it,
wanted
Sandra,
every-
I like it a lot,
Uh,
yeah.
And the surplus equipment that Jason brought up at the
Oh.
last meeting, so did reach out to the other departments, just kind of say, and didn't hear back anything, so we're ready to declare those surplus and put them on gov deals or take bids and see what we can do for that. So those will come tonight. And the accessibility report, I did get that completed and the information one will be, I said due December 31st. It's up to December 31st, so the information one actually won't take place till January, but the accessibility one I've completed. So I will bring that compliance report back to us in January. And now I have to go back because I just got to double check. And health and safety, that will come tonight
That
as
was
well.
fine. Like the report.
Yes, so
Yeah.
we have to approve it every year, so, there's no changes in it.
Nope.
It's still good policy, so, but it has to be approved, I guess, to show that council supports health and safety every single year.
Can I just, I know that it's not a new one, but something did tweak in me when I was reading it. Which is, council's role is, not operational.
Mhm.
And so it felt to me like the policy reads that council has the responsibility to make sure that staff is trained.
Mhm.
And I think there needs to be a differentiation on how that's done between the CAO and like the CAO needs to report to council that it's been done. The council doesn't have to be hands-on ensuring that it's,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
just
Yeah.
felt like there was a lack of clarity that we could be fixing while we're doing
It
that.
was the flow chart that led to that.
It's
for
the
some
flow
people.
chart, it's also the wording.
Yeah.
But the flow chart includes the CAO with all of
It
staff.
does, it just makes us, I agree with you, it makes it look like we're salaried operational
Yeah.
employees within that.
It's kind of like the water and sewer
Yes.
responsibility. It's where you are
Yes.
responsible. And it has to do with the Occupational Health and Safety Act, kind of like the water,
Yes.
act, where the reason we're bringing it to council is because I think there's been previous councils that didn't know we're responsible for a safe workplace. I didn't know we were responsible for that. Now, why is that my responsibility?
I mean, we knew that,
Yeah,
we knew that
yeah.
day one, it was like.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our
Somebody-
responsibility
I do
is
find
making
that-
sure that we are getting that report that it has been done and overseeing that.
No,
And
it
not
is our
just-
responsibility though.
Not to do the training,
No.
No, we don't have to
no,
train.
making sure that the training is happening.
Yeah.
But we're not arranging the training ourselves.
No.
Right?
No, that's correct.
No,
That's the
no.
operational nature of
Yeah.
it, that it feels like there's a lack of
Yeah.
clarity, that if, let's say it went to a court case,
Mhm.
it could,
Footnote.
without
Yeah.
that clarity, it could affect.
That's like the water and
Yeah,
wastewater
yeah.
though.
Yeah. Council
Yeah.
is ultimately responsible for a safe workplace, but
Yeah.
I agree, we can certainly have a look at it if committee's okay with passing it for this year, because it has to be passed every year and we're out of time. Sorry about that. That's on me for bringing it up. It's because I always forget about it and it's like, oh yeah, we gotta bring this report and bring it forward. But I will take the direction back to have a look at it, to revise it, and maybe we can bring it back even earlier. Like, why can't we bring it up to the January or February meeting?
Yeah.
To review it
And
again?
I think that we better make sure that we are in sync with the Occupational Health and Safety
Yes,
Act.
that's the key, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I think that flow chart came right out of that.
Just some, we'll look at the wording
and the
and,
flow chart could remain the same, but it's really like, what is each person's role within that,
Yeah.
when it was like in
Just
the
needs some
writing
more
part.
communication, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
like I thought it was good to say that council sets policy, which is,
Yes.
yeah.
but then there was still some fuzziness in.
Sure.
Tracy's a little scared from the water and wastewater training.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one hit home.
Like if I had to call to make sure that everyone's getting training,
yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not
Oh,
on,
yeah, yeah.
right?
And at
But
the,
right now it could be on.
at the end of the day, it is. At the end of the day, council is responsible for the Occupational Health and Safety Act.
Right.
So, yeah, at the end of the day, even if I said to you, yeah, we did the training and we didn't do the training, still back on council. Sorry to say that, guys, but yes, but the fact that you asked, so even the fact that we had this conversation, demonstrates, you know what I mean? I put it out there, I put the questions out there, I said to the CAO, so all of these things that I'm responsible for ensuring are done, I'm asking you, have these things been done? Then that at least,
Right.
That's a defense in itself to say, well, no, I depended on my CAO who told me they'd been done.
That's
On
right.
camera.
And yes, and so then it comes to me, then it's,
That's the goal.
well done, Meredith, well done. You see that, you see how she just passed on all that stuff? Go ahead.
Listen, I was kind of picking up what you put down about a minute ago. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah, well done. I'll take it all back.
Yeah.
So they pay the big.
Yes. no
Yeah.
problem. Okay, sorry. So, I'll just move on to Sarah's report then, unless there's anything else on the report.
No, you came to the inaugural. I just wanted to thank you.
Oh,
Mhm.
more than welcome. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
that was lovely.
Very well done. The speeches were great and I think it was great. It was
Yeah, if you
good.
wanna go back and watch them, they're on YouTube, but.
I watched it live on our
I,
big screen.
so Meredith was watching live and texting me photos.
It was unfortunate, it was such a slippery bad day for driving, 'cause I know more people wanted to go.
It
But
was
we
an
were all
awful
supporting
day.
you and we're very proud of you.
So we're flying up 41, things are good. We're in a snowstorm, but it's not that bad, right? Anyway, we got to about Rankin and it turned to freezing rain, and just at that moment, Meredith phoned and said, okay, we're coming, but we're gonna be late. I'm like, it's freezing rain, don't come.
Just
It was-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
I had a
was-
doctor's appointment in Ottawa and we canceled it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
it was
So we're not
not.
driving in that.
No.
And you should have seen us trying to get through county council so that people could get back on the
Yeah.
road, because the people in the back row could see outside and it was a full-on blizzard going
Mhm.
on,
Yeah, I
so.
wasn't venturing out into that.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, I know staff was watching it here live as well.
That is the beauty of all of these things being on
Mhm.
camera now, right? I felt the love through the camera.
You did, eh?
Yeah,
That's good.
well, even my dad couldn't be here,
Mhm.
so he and his partner were watching.
Mhm.
It was really nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only been to 2 inaugurals at county. One was when you were stepping down from warden for Debbie Robinson,
Oh, yeah,
and then this one is when you were being elected.
that's funny.
Um, just looking at Sarah's report, so, you know, the Christmas tree, the parade, we sort of talked about those, Canada Day. So someone has reached out with the shadow puppets, from Golden Lake for Canada Day, so that's something you'd like her to look into, get another quote, so that when we bring budget for Canada Day, we can have all these, just some different things, right? Drones,
Mhm.
shadow puppets, whatever
Wonderful.
the boat race or whatever that the museums do, like, I don't know, museums doing, like, there seems to be quite a few new things going on this year, which is,
I'm hoping
Just
the
kind of
ladies
exciting.
can join somehow.
oh, that'll be exciting.
That'd be
right?
great,
I'll
Yeah.
keep talking to her about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Yeah, and then I think, you know, very happy that Sarah's finished with the Rural Change Makers, so she participated in that program in Renfrew County.
That's
and
great.
Did a panel discussion up there, so that was
Yeah.
excellent, yes. Sorry, we cannot, like, we try to get out of the office to support each other in different areas, but quite often there's one of us at the table and the rest of us are here working, and that's the way it goes. But hopefully she felt very well supported, because we very much appreciated her participation in that program and all that she's done. And the church book, so speaking of things that she's done, Merv, this was, I think, part of your initiative to take all these pictures of the churches. So she's got 13 done there now, and you know, upload them. Our website has churches, a list of churches, so, you know, have actual pictures there, and whether it goes further than that, it's a start to have them there.
I just during break went in and seen her. She
Yeah.
missed Trinity Cemetery at 344 Saddle Road.
Okay,
I said, you missed this one,
good.
but
That's
everything else looks good to me.
perfect.
Awesome.
Then we'll get
That's
that
great.
last one and away we go. That's great, thank you.
Because I didn't know whether she was recording cemeteries or not, but I saw 799, I think it was, and that'd be a cemetery further down Silver Lake Road, so I
Okay.
said.
Yeah,
that-
St. John's.
Yeah.
St. John's,
Yeah.
yeah. So I said, if she's recording a cemetery there, well, then she's missed Saddle Road, so we
Nice.
Good, excellent.
just helped her out.
Yeah, I appreciate that, thank you. And the Eagles Nest, so we're still putting that call out to volunteers, so that's, as you were saying, to advertise the space and get moving on that, in February, March and
Mhm.
stuff after all the hockey tournaments,
Just,
so.
can I make a comment on that? Cause
Yeah,
I
for
did
sure.
see the post and I have to say it kind of, I could have sort of passed it by.
Mhm.
And I feel like where she says here that she's going to she's had one call
Mhm.
and she's gonna continue to post it.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little bit more attention grabbing in
Mhm.
terms of
You see
the
pictures of people?
pictures of people. So I'm like, are you interested in,
Yeah.
you know,
You know,
having
what?
games and things for the kid, like,
Also, stuff like this for the games and the amalgamation committee, have Sarah tag us.
yes,
Because if we're
Please.
tagged, then we'll push it out.
yeah.
Because I've missed lots of things where I've gone back to the township Facebook page to push it.
Yeah,
But if we're tagged, we get it right away.
and also to share it to the local groups. Because if we just put it on our site
Mhm.
without sharing it to all the different, like Eganville WhatsApps and
And then
whatnot.
it takes a village, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a village, then that's a that's an opportunity to get it seen by more people.
Yeah. Because I don't know about you guys, but my Facebook feed is all ads.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So if we're, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes.
The algorithms have made it that you need to do these things, right?
Yep.
You need to tag, you need to, otherwise it really doesn't get seen. So it's amazing that
Yeah.
one person has.
okay, that's good. We will,
Right?
we'll get to tagging it.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
To be great.
Yeah, okay, we'll tag both of those for, groups and yourselves, and that'll go good.
Great,
Good.
thank you.
Community improvement plan, so we haven't had any applications, this year.
Maybe that's another one. When is is it done now? The deadline?
So we, yes, but no, like we would take you in a heartbeat, because we budgeted for it. So
Yeah,
at the end of the day, if we budgeted for it, if someone came in tomorrow, we would certainly be happy to assign. Now, I mean, if you came in tomorrow, you're probably not getting the project done until next year. Question is are those amounts gonna stay in the budget next year if no one's using them? I don't wanna tax for something we're not gonna use, so council has
it's
to make a decision.
disappointing that it hasn't been used this.
Went very well last year.
I
So
know.
maybe we did so well last year, maybe it's every second year, maybe we should have it, like every second year, but
Yeah,
budget
just
for
use
it.
this year.
It was, but for last year's application.
Maybe
I
the
think
leader,
someone carried into.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
that's good to know. That's
maybe the
good to
leader
know.
can highlight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the
Yeah.
leader here, can you, maybe who can apply for the community improvement plan? What the kind of funds are there?
Well, businesses and its facade and signage
Yeah.
and, yeah.
$1,500 for massage, $1,000 for signage, it's 50%, so if you only spend 500 in signage, you're only gonna get 250, you're not gonna get the full amount.
Right,
Yeah, so, okay, so then.
We hit half the budget.
We hit half the budget this year, well, that's good, that's all as long as we're spending the money that we tax for, that's good on
I
what we
agree.
allocated, that's good.
yeah, because
So, yeah,
it's important
mhm,
to have those things done, so
Mm.
people need to, sometimes they just don't have the money themselves to put in the other half
That's
right
it.
now, but they're
yeah.
thinking of it. So we don't want it to go away if
Yeah,
it's
so
gonna
if
be
there's
used.
people out there who, are looking to apply, that's still, available. Like I said, we usually put a deadline on in the spring or summer, I feel like it was July this year. But then we kept advertising for it, because we
Mhm.
had funds left, and just, like I said, if someone came in and asked tomorrow, because we still have funds left, absolutely,
Yeah.
Great,
we're on board, so. Of course, that'll probably get kicked to next year, but anyway, that's what it is. And list of fundings that we're not gonna talk about, but some of them we've got, some of them we don't have. I'll just look at Erica's report. I didn't see anything that really stood out. Obviously, the public meeting this evening. We've had a fairly busy year. But nothing wild and crazy, and emergency management, so we're looking good in compliance there as well, so that's always.
I think that's the fastest we've ever gotten a compliance letter.
Well, it's not a full letter yet, it's an
Well,
email,
no,
but yes,
yeah, sure.
confirmation.
The
of-
confirmation,
Yeah,
yes.
I agree. Yeah. And I think that's all I had.
Kate, did anybody have anything for Annette? I see none. We'll move on to correspondence A. Anything in information items in correspondence A? See none. Correspondence B. Was there anything that anybody wanted to speak about? So the Ontario pre-budget consultate. Oh, you guys go first, sorry.
No, I don't have anything, no.
Oh, go
I had
ahead.
one little thing, but it's yours, if you're talking about pre-budget consultation, that's before mine.
Yes, with
ahead.
Ernie Hardman. So that is a county council day, but I'm going to go. And then go to county council afterwards. I'll just go and say hi to MPP Hardman.
So you do have to
Peterborough?
register, you'd have to
It's in
register,
Pembroke.
Oh, it's in Pembroke.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
there it is,
registered.
on the 5th in Pembroke.
okay.
But the resolution about OCIF, I think that there are so many resolutions going in about this fund. We can also endorse it, but Okay,
I'm okay with endorsing it.
yeah, okay, let's endorse OCIF, yeah.
Just on the PA day for municipal elections, schools are still, like, staff are still working on those days and in schools,
Yes.
so I don't think that that is something that we should be supporting.
I didn't really understand it, to be honest with you, when
I
they
think,
are professional development days for the
Yeah.
teachers.
I guess their point is that gyms are available because there's no gym classes going on, and so people can, but I don't think it's different if it was on a weekend. Then
Yes,
then they're available, but people are, you're in someone's workplace still. If it's during the
Right.
weekday, so I didn't think that.
It's been a very large push from our larger centers across the province, so
Mhm.
CTO has taken a position on this. Because I guess that is primarily where they do their polls, is in schools. And the schools also can't charge you, at least for the elections. So it really has been a push from the larger centers, and I get that.
Yeah, I get
Right.
it too.
But
Yeah.
from it's funny, it's one of these things where in this instance, the small rural, we're not challenged with this. We don't
Right.
have like the number
Right.
of electors we have, and yet the number of spaces where we can rent, and the cost to rent those spaces is not astronomical. So yeah, I would say probably small rural are not as concerned about
Mhm.
this, but big urban is very concerned about this because they just don't have the space. And I get they're
Yeah.
large, right? And how
Yeah.
many people are running and how many, scrutineers are coming in and how many, so it's a lot for them, and the schools are free.
Mhm.
So I think that's really the push. But AMCTO absolutely supports it, the board that I'm on, but I don't think we need to necessarily support it, and I've said that at the board that in this instance, I don't think this is a rural issue. Sometimes there are rural issues that I have to push back on when everybody else is going, this is not an issue.
Yeah.
I go, give me an issue.
Yeah.
So this just happens to be the flip flop on that one, where this is one of the few things that's not really an issue for us.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if it gets passed, if it happens, good for the large urban. I don't think it's gonna impact our election one way or the other.
Mhm.
excellent. Anything else on correspondence B? Seeing none, correspondence C, so their time is not of the essence on bill 5. So we'll table that for now.
Did we want to get
Yeah,
did you want some direction though for staff?
Yeah, so if I could get, so January 13th is our next meeting, so if I can get sometime before then, like the first week of January, and everybody's gonna be busy here with holidays and stuff, but yeah, just if there's something you would like some more research done on, or a specific thing you would like to
Okay.
look on, I looked at some, Meredith did send me an email with some information in it. There's nothing that's jumping out at me, but so if I'm missing something, please, this is what council is looking at and thinks is important in it. Then I'm happy to draft something or look further into it, and we can add it. We'll add it to the January meeting. And again, if at the January meeting we're getting there, but we're not there,
Mhm.
then we're meeting February 2nd or 3rd, like it's pretty early in February, so.
Yeah, and just as a refresher, we had said we were looking at drafting support for sorry, I'm losing my words right now, for a resolution
yes,
Yeah.
on this bill. But we were looking at the local lens, and so instead of just taking somebody else's and
Yeah,
regurgitated.
regurgitating, so I think what would be helpful is what are the local
mhm.
applications here that we might want to include in that if there are things. So if you said right now you don't necessarily see it, I think
I think
taking that look.
we also have to be careful of the resolutions that have been coming because they refer to conservation authorities, which we also don't have. at
Exactly.
The county of Renfrew, and I think, I'd be loath to pass the ones that
Yeah.
have circulated
Yeah,
just for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah,
Yeah.
that, and it talks about endangered species, and I understand that, and yes, that is
mhm,
an important issue in Renfrew County. But when I look at it, I see some incredible Renfrew County solutions that our planning department has sort of put in place with what's required for habitat and things like that.
Right,
And and it's also hard for me to see because they don't have the regulations. So they're talking about, basically loosening some of the rules around the Endangered Species Act. But without the regulation, it's hard for me to know how far are we going and with what type of species are we going with? If there's a species there, it's one thing, but are they loosening it right up so that if it's just habitat but not a species? And then I guess my thought towards that is, how does council feel about that? Does council feel it shouldn't be loosened to that degree, or does council feel, yeah, maybe it should be loosened to that degree because we've got some pretty good protocols in place that will address that. So those are the things that, but I'm trying to pinpoint.
Yeah, and I think the devil is in the details, and that's what you were just
That's
saying.
what
like I
I'm
said,
struggling with.
Yes,
That's
no,
what I'm
that-
struggling with.
And for me, and I'm curious of how others feel about this, I feel like the tone of it should be that we are pro-development and we want to see more housing being built.
Mhm.
So we are aligned with them on the goal. It is the details and also the encroachment that this could down the road supersede other things and the unforeseen effects of it. And that's more my worry is you
Yeah.
put this in and it actually has like other consequences. And so, but making it clear, because I think, and maybe others agree or disagree, but I think we do want to see more building happening in our more concentrated areas, particularly in the village. We need more people using our water systems, paying for our water systems, those
Without
kinds of things.
$30,000 studies.
Without $30,000 studies.
Yes.
Absolutely, we want to cut through red tape. We're not saying let's put up more red tape, but are we doing that in a way that makes sense for our community? And what are the effects down the road? Are they, again, I keep using this word today, but like, are there the guardrails that say this is for this purpose
Mhm.
and not slippage?
And there aren't, because we really don't know the legislation.
That's
And
right,
that's the challenge.
that's right.
Right? Yeah.
And so this is an opportunity to say, please do that when you're bringing it in, instead of complaining after the fact.
And maybe a conversation with the planning staff, our
Yes.
planning staff at the county, to see, you know, if there's anything that they've flagged, from a county perspective, might not be a BV perspective, but might be a county perspective, on those types of, but again,
Right.
they might say the same thing. They might be,
Yeah,
until I see the regulation and then I really can't comment, so.
And it's frustrating, I think, when the province puts out these bills and there isn't, there isn't teeth, there aren't details to, and I think strong mayor powers are a great example of that as well.
Mhm.
So they rolled out these powers to 169 more municipalities with 7 things, but there's no real legislation behind it. Like even MMAH can't answer those questions, so I'm not even sure MECP could answer the questions that we have on our minds about, so what would be the guardrails?
Right.
And that, yeah, it's very frustrating when you don't, just give me the rules, right? Let me know, and then we can figure out whether we want to say, well, what about? Or no, this is good legislation
Mhm.
for building homes faster.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
When we have more information, or county has more information, could there be an opportunity to invite someone from county to discuss this?
100%, yeah,
So that there's more clarity around it?
yeah,
I'll for sure, I'll reach out to Bruce and see
yeah.
what his thoughts are on it, and
Yeah.
if he
Just
has
information,
stuff to
you
share,
know?
let's share it. If he said, and then it's too early in the day and we're not looking to comment because we don't have the details yet, we're waiting for the regulations, then we're gonna come out. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then whether or not that's something we should do, I don't know, or whether it's a resolution that says we support, like you said, we support this. Here are our concerns. We'll be watching for the regulation and we'll be looking to comment at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just,
It doesn't have to be, it's just putting us on the radar that we're paying attention.
Yeah,
so instead of bringing back this particular resolution, as correspondence C in January, could we simply just put, under correspondence C, Bill 5? Or a new and unfinished?
Yeah,
Bill
it's not
5?
necessarily the opposition.
It's not, that's not the resolution we want to
No.
sign.
No, I know that, but that is what got it to the table.
Right.
Yeah,
So
true.
when you postpone correspondence C, you have to keep postponing.
All right.
C, but we can take it off correspondence C.
And just have our own item.
And I can have direction to say, never mind correspondence C, we're done with correspondence
Yeah.
C. But how about we bring back some new business, about Bill 5.
Let's do that,
Yes,
because this
that's no problem.
resolution, we're not
Yep.
gonna pass,
Perfect.
whether it's today or in May, we're not passing this one.
Right.
No, no,
Right.
no.
But I did think, and I will say, and people do care about turtles around here, and I know, like, right,
Yeah,
that,
I'm a turtle saver.
yeah, I'm a turtle saver, they
Okay.
always cross my
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
Oh, you're
And
right.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
and that is something that I think we should, from the letter that came from the journalist who shared with me an
Yeah.
article that didn't get published. That was something in there that did say, oh, that's good to, that people will care about that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the endangered species that we see every day, like a barn swallow.
Not
We're like,
raccoons.
they're not.
Raccoons.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
endangered,
not, we're,
It's a
they're
inside joke.
endangering us,
from our perspective, they're not endangered. Right?
right,
They might be endangered in the Muskokas. But I think, so putting a Renfrew County lens on some of these endangered species,
that's right.
it's very frustrating.
well, now maybe that's our resolution. Maybe that's what we asked. If you're gonna open up Endangered Species Act,
Mhm.
one of the asks that we would have is that you use you have more of a geographic area
yeah,
lens to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that, you know, what might be on endangered species for Renfrew County
Yeah.
might not be the same as what would be in Peterborough County, right?
Right,
So maybe that's our ask. I don't know.
It's
I like
part
it.
of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
part of it,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
I just use barn swallow as an example. I don't want any
No,
barn swallow lovers to come haunt me.
That's it.
I
Done
just
now.
use them as an example.
There are very few of them around since farmers have stopped growing crops.
Okay, but Merv, I only use them as an example, I swear.
Let's just stick to raccoons.
All right, anything,
Yeah,
you're on correspondence. Oh,
usually these resolutions are distributed by the CAO or CEO. This, East Gwillimbury has a legislative coordinator. I'm not sure what position that is or how they can have that. Why would a municipality have a legislative coordinator is my
they
question.
got a lot of money, John.
Well, okay, I guess that answers it. Thank you.
Actually, at the County of Renfrew, our clerk is also legislative. So just keeping an eye on things coming out of the province and the feds.
I need more titles, Murph.
I was,
Murph.
John, she does not.
Whatever your
need-
name is, right?
She does not need more titles.
I would like to move that we rename Annette as the Hammer.
I
Okay.
like it. All right, anything further on correspondence? We're moving on. So, just a couple of things. Thank you again for the lovely flowers, the congratulatory flowers. That was lovely. I so appreciate it. I am honored. Before I get started here, I need to change our February 17th meeting. And I was wondering if everybody would be okay moving it to Wednesday, the 18th.
Let me look.
We have EPG meeting too, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So we'd have to move those.
February 18th would be a Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
You said, yeah.
if you don't mind,
No, I'm just making, I don't have my book with me, so I'm just making notes.
perfect. It's
So-
just the Wednesday,
Yep, great.
perfect. Tracy?
Yeah, good.
Okay, oh, good. John?
Wednesday, February 18th looks okay.
Okay, great. We will move that meeting. Thank you very much for your consideration. Just, and very quickly, Annette and I did have a meeting with BMO yesterday with, one of the vice presidents of residential and one, commercial.
Sorry,
It was I spoke. Yes, John?
sorry, we also have EGC on that day. Would that go with the meeting? Thank
Yes,
you.
it will, John.
Good.
Yeah. So, I spoke for quite a while explaining the uniqueness of our area, our geography, the fact that we are the largest geographic county in the province of Ontario, that Eganville is actually the center of the county of Renfrew. I spoke about the Algonquins, Pequawknagon, about our Mennonite community. We talked about farmers. We talked about some of our cash businesses. I understand that the managers at the branch have been working with some of their clientele to teach them telephone banking and internet banking, et cetera. In my opinion, this is not good enough. I also spoke to the fact that there would be another derelict building in the village. They would sell the building. I don't know why you'd buy that building if it needs renovations, but in any case, I'm not a real estate mogul, so I'm not sure. In the end, the promise was made that they would send it back for reconsideration, and knowing, of course, that Christmas was 10 days away, I did agree to the first week of January to hear back from them. I did say that we would be holding a town hall. I would like a representative of BMO to be at the town hall. They indicated that was probably not going to happen because I imagine that they figure it will be pitchforks and, flamethrowers. I should have started out my very first question to the representatives. Why? Why are you closing this branch? Why? And they would not answer. And I think that our residents, not only ours, but the people that use the bank from all of our area, they deserve an answer to the question, why?
Yeah.
And so we didn't start off very well, which is why I went into a bit of a quiet rant about why this branch shouldn't close. And Annette was very helpful finding my words towards the end because one of the things that I hadn't really considered were our commercial businesses because I'm a business and I'm adept at using internet banking and taking a photo of a check, etc. But I did hear from Caveman Chris on Sunday at the Santa Claus Parade. I did hear from Ron Nelson Jr. And so I was able to speak and say, no, these businesses, they want that bank open. So I was more thinking about our vulnerable population, about our Mennonite population, about more of those than I was about the businesses. And now I realize, no, the businesses really want that branch here. In any case, so I'm glad that we had the commercial vice president there as well. In any case, I will keep you posted first week of January, and then I indicated that we would be holding a town hall sort of mid to late January, and I will tell you, I will be inviting representatives from other municipalities, including Pequawknagon, to join us because this affects more than just Bonnechere Valley.
I was just talking about the area covered. Gene's brother farms across the road from Appiamaga High School, and
and we did talk about the farmers.
Yeah. And he comes to the bank here.
Well, I did say that, so where I live, if I'm a Bank of Montreal user, I have to drive 45 minutes one way or the other if that branch closes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm wondering, and most banks have a department about equity and inclusion. And I think that this might be a good avenue.
Yeah.
To address that, both the equity issue with Indigenous, with rural population who are already driving.
Yeah.
I think that would be something that we should try, and while this is happening, go at it a different angle as well.
And I did.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I should have recorded the whole meeting. I did, but thank you for bringing that up. I did bring up the rural urban divide, that this was an equity issue, that this, yes,
Yeah.
I did.
But what I'm saying, sorry,
So
just
you
to be
think
clear,
go straight to them?
I think we go to them because we can't count on them to go to their own equity people and say, oh, they brought up this issue and maybe it's a thing. Like, we need to say, hey, I'm not sure if you're talking to this group, but this is something we brought up to them. We're very concerned with it. If you could look at it from their angle, because they're the ones within the bank that are gonna they're gonna hear that message louder
Absolutely.
and can advocate on the inside.
Yeah, yeah, so I did, yeah, sorry, it was very frustrating.
I'm sure.
And they're going to be sending us back an email the
Yes.
first week of January,
Yes,
so we can respond to that
yes.
with equity and inclusion.
But the other thing I really need people to do is take that phone number that came on their letter and call the commission. And like everybody's gotta be in on this. But that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, at the beginning of the meeting, it was a definite closure. By the end of the meeting, they were taking it back.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved the slide rule a little bit. I don't think we moved it all the way, but I think that we don't stop fighting until there's something not to fight for.
Has anyone contacted the Mennonite community, or is there anyone from that community stepping forward in support of what you're doing?
No, but we will have them on board.
Okay.
I thought that we needed to get this meeting out of the way, not out of the way. We had to get this meeting done. And, you know, it was lovely that the managers from the branch were here, but then we certainly needed to escalate it, and now it's being escalated more. But also to your point, I think the Mennonites have to come to our town hall. A representative or five,
Just
or
wondering who has a solid relationship that can reach out to them, or,
I think Mayor Bros does, and Mayor Donahue does as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll also just note quickly, I see that a November 20th article in the Toronto Star said that the Bank of Montreal has dropped diversity from its core values amid the backlash, but it has kept inclusion and equity within it, so that we can point to the fact that, you know, while diversity may not be your goal, inclusion and equity is, and that is a core issue with this
Right.
closure.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. It was very frustrating, as you're getting from me here. And I probably said unique nature of our area about 10 times. And I said, I'm sure whenever you're closing a branch, you hear, oh, we're unique. And I'm like, it's sort of like people that don't like cats, and somebody will say, well, you'll like my cat. It's like a dog. It's not a dog, it's a cat. And finally, one of the vice presidents laughed. He literally was like this the entire meeting. And he finally laughed. And I was like, thank goodness. I was afraid of him for a moment. Anyway, so it ended on a good note. So as we come to the close of 2025, I want to take a moment to pause and reflect on what we've accomplished together and where we're headed next. First and foremost, I want to thank council and staff for the dedication and care you bring to this township every day. Municipal work is not always visible, and it's rarely easy, but it is essential. And the work that we all do touch people's lives in very real ways, and that matters. This past year reminded us again that local government sits on the front line. We are where big challenges land first, whether it's infrastructure pressures, affordability, changing legislation, or simply residents looking for help navigating a complex world. And through all of that, you showed up. To council, thank you for your thoughtful debate, your willingness to listen, and your shared commitment to serving the whole community, even when decisions are difficult. We don't always agree on every issue, but we remain united by a common goal. That's doing what's best for Bonnechere Valley. To our staff, I cannot say this strongly enough. You are the backbone of this organization. Your expertise, your problem solving, and your calm under pressure keeps this township moving forward. You adapt to new requirements, tight timelines, and changing expectations with professionalism and even some good humor, and we are all deeply grateful for that. This year, we continue to make progress on the fundamentals, maintaining and improving our roads and infrastructure, supporting community organizations and volunteers, strengthening relationships with our county partners, and advocating loudly and consistently for rural communities at every level of government. These are not flashy wins, but they are the building blocks of a strong and resilient municipality. As we look ahead to 2026, I want to be clear-eyed and honest. It will not be an easy year. Municipalities across Ontario are facing growing pressures, financial, legislative, and operational, often without the tools or funding to match. But I also believe we are well positioned to meet those challenges. We will continue to advocate for fair, sustainable funding that recognizes the realities of rural Ontario. We will keep looking for smarter ways to deliver services, share resources, and plan for the future. And we will continue to lead with collaboration with our county partners, neighboring municipalities, community organizations, and residents. Most importantly, we will continue to lead with respect for each other, for the work that we do, and for the community we serve. Bonnechere Valley is a special place, not because it's perfect, but because of the people who care enough to make it better. I'm proud to serve alongside this council and this staff team, and I'm confident together we will continue to move this township forward in 2026 and beyond. As we look ahead, there's also a lot to be excited about. We're moving forward on several important projects that will continue to have a lasting impact on our community, including the addition of the EV charging infrastructure and rideshare program, new arena funding, which will take us closer to net zero, the 25 events to celebrate the 25th anniversary of amalgamation, and other funding opportunities that are currently in development and embargoed. Well, not everything can be announced just yet. I can say that significant work is happening behind the scenes with staff and council actively pursuing opportunities that support sustainability, recreation, economic vitality, and long-term community resilience. These projects reflect both careful planning and strong advocacy, and I look forward to sharing more details as they're finalized in the year ahead. That one can't come soon enough. Look for it middle of January. I also want to sincerely thank council and staff for your support you have shown as I prepared to serve as warden in the coming year. The confidence means a great deal to me. The role of warden is an opportunity to strengthen relationships, collaborate across all of our municipalities, and to advocate clearly and consistently for the needs of Renfrew County, particularly for rural communities like ours. I am so proud to represent Bonnechere Valley at the county table, and I commit to carrying forward our shared priorities, building strong partnerships with my county colleagues, staff, and provincial partners, and ensuring our township's voice continues to be heard and respected. Before we conclude, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to speak about the ongoing needs of our local food bank, especially as we head into the holiday season and beyond. Annette and I did receive an email from the food bank, and I'd like to share what their needs are. The greatest need is for Christmas dry goods that go into holiday hampers. Once we move into January, that need quickly shifts back to everyday staples, dry goods such as pasta sauces, Kraft Dinner, and other pantry essentials, along with basics like eggs, milk, and margarine. While the food bank does receive some milk and eggs through Feed Ontario, the supply is simply not enough to meet the demand. There are also ongoing needs for baby and toddler items, including diapers and wipes. Infant formula continues to be in short supply, with so many varieties required. It's extremely difficult for the food bank to maintain stock. Our seniors are also in need of personal hygiene items, including adult diapers and other essential care products. The needs are wide-ranging and they don't end after the holidays. I encourage anybody who is able to support the food bank, whether it's through donations, volunteering, or simply spreading the word, to do so. Community support makes a real and tangible difference, and it is one of the ways we continue to look out for one another here in Bonnechere Valley. At that, I wish you and your families a safe, restful, and well-deserved holiday season, and I look forward to the year ahead. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you.
I'm not sure if I missed it, but I didn't want to cut you off when you were doing your end of year speech. Were we setting a date for a town hall for the BMO?
I'd like to wait until,
After we get our.
Yeah.
In January?
yeah,
Thank you, sorry.
just erring on the side of caution. It'll probably be the end of January for the town hall anyway.
I have a question about the food bank. Sometimes people can make donations here. Is that year round? Because it's like the hours in which you can drop off are challenging for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they have this need, if there is a place like here or somewhere else that we could offer to take ongoing donations.
Kevin, I feel like they keep a box at the arena.
Yeah, I feel like they're somewhere, but
Just because people are there, like, a
Yeah.
lot of times we're open similar hours, but I know the arena's open on the weekends and evenings and stuff, so I can check with Kevin, I feel like he has a box there, but yes, if someone were to drop off, you know, something for the food bank, we, like, as long as it didn't get to be a point where where are we putting this stuff, or we didn't
Yeah.
get to a point where people were dropping off expired goods. I'm not
Mhm.
saying that would happen, but it could happen where we're getting into now, because again, you know, our garbage and recycling isn't covered, so that's,
Yeah.
you know, those things, but yes, no, I'm sure if someone came in, because we used to do that too for, you know, SPCA and stuff, like places where they drop off blankets for dogs. Like,
Right.
it doesn't happen all the time, we can't do it all, you know, it's not something we do on a regular basis, but yeah, like, for sure. If someone is like, listen, I just can't get there, you know,
because my understanding is that the food bank is open like twice a month.
Yeah, the
yes,
Wednesdays, yeah.
yeah.
But
so-
I'm not sure when the donations, like if those are more, I think you can like call somebody and make
Yes.
arrangements.
Yes, yes,
So
I think you
it's
can
a bit
too.
challenging.
It's the
So-
communication around it, there's,
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to find the information for them,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
especially if you're taking like meat or eggs or
Yeah.
milk, you know.
Exactly, you want to make
Right.
sure that it's
But I mean,
timing.
you can always reach out to us, we can reach out to the food bank, we can make arrangements, we can figure stuff out, we work very closely together, so, for sure, if people wanna call here. I would reach out to the food bank and say what works best for you?
Right,
And if they said, well, what works best for you is if they could just come there and drop it off and we'll be by later, we can certainly work with them, however, or if they said,
Wonderful.
you know, what
Yeah.
would be better for us is if they,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, not making work for them either, but, yeah, for sure, no, always, we work with any organizations we can, so, we try.
But especially, the food bank is vitally important, especially this time of affordability issues and seniors and all of the things that we need them to help support our people who need that support.
and that's why I got clarification from Jerry about what their actual needs are.
Yeah,
Because Annette and I both said, because the food bank is not only food.
Yeah.
yes, I
And-
didn't know that they took like hygiene products.
Yes,
I have some that was
And
left
pet
at my
food.
house and I'd be happy to drop them off.
you know, and Dave and I always do a hamper for a family.
Yeah.
Every year at Christmas and anonymously, but now they're gonna know it's me because I'm gonna tell. One of the things that I always put in it is a nice shampoo,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a nice deodorant. Like,
Mhm.
just something that might just lift your spirits, you
Mhm.
know, instead of, so I try and. Obviously gifts, presents for the kids, but for the adults, like something a little more
Yeah.
special. Yeah,
It's good.
okay, I know, and it isn't, and that's why I literally cut and paste Jerry's email into my end of year speech, because I thought, like, this is really important.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah,
Thank you for doing that.
all right, media session.
Yeah, I was just wondering about the water and sewer budget.
What would you
what's
like to
the
know?
Increase,
Oh, 3%,
3%?
sorry, not quite 3%.
Yeah, it's 3%.
Oh, it's 3%.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's pretty good.
Approximately.
Yeah, see? I would, thank you, Sandra.
Once I put into the computer, it could be 2.99.
Thank you.
0.01, that's all I see.
Yes, okay. Overall, it's 3%.
It's
but yes,
3%.
Once you start narrowing it down to the rates and you've got the cubic meters times the thing, yes, it's possible there's gonna be an extra decimal point or less of decimal point. It's quite possible. I'm comfortable with Debbie, you quoting me at 3%. It's all on YouTube now anyway. They're gonna go, what the heck? What is this?
And that's pretty well what it always is, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
try and keep it consistent and affordable,
Right.
although nothing is affordable anymore, but I think. Yeah,
And the other question I had was just about the recycling, because I remember think the last meeting, that we were hearing that there might be other items.
Yes,
Yeah.
so things like black styrofoam, remember
Yeah.
they took those away? So now they're adding them back
It's not
in.
black styrofoam,
Black.
it's
Sorry,
black
black-
plastic.
Sorry, yes, black plastic,
Yeah.
like the meat trays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
we're gonna get a list of that,
yes,
right?
It should be up on the website now,
Okay.
and yeah.
Great,
Mhm.
good, okay, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas
To
Day.
you.
And that was such a fluke because that resident only reached out to me on the Monday afternoon. And she said, I've heard from other places that they're recycling, they're getting more.
Yeah,
And I thought, I don't know, that's why I asked Jason, but I'm glad I asked.
Yes.
because it does get confusing, right?
It is a big
but it
change,
needs
cause
a
you're,
list.
Yeah,
And that black plastic that you're talking about is going to actually be recycled with the fibers. So I
Oh,
think that's going
interesting.
to be a little bit confusing at first, because you're going to think that that goes with your containers, because they're plastic. But it's the type of plastic that actually goes in with your fibers. So these are the types of education that we will do our best to educate everyone.
oh,
Yes, I know,
okay.
it's a bit, yeah,
yeah, we don't do fibers, we just burn everything.
So
in a
we-
furnace,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
we'll have to have a separate.
oh, no,
Yeah.
But the more you can recycle, the better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
It's
right.
free.
You know?
It's free.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's all you have for us?
Yes,
I didn't realize that we didn't mention the 3% while Daryl was here, but now I realize we did not mention it.
You guys never do.
That's why you're here, to keep us.
Well, and if you got the budget, you could
I
do,
don't have the budget.
Okay.
Is it?
It was
it's
on the
not- is it in
website.
the package?
It's in the
Yeah,
package.
it is.
Okay, yeah,
But Debbie,
you printed out stuff.
you would have had to do math to get the percentage.
Okay.
Because there's when you look at the budget, you're gonna go, yeah, I'm glad they just told me 3%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's, I mean, that's sort of what people always.
Around
To know.
3%.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
It'd be nice to have a year where it doesn't go up at all.
I don't think
I don't know
that's,
that's possible, but
I don't think
it
it's,
would be nice.
It would be.
it would be lovely, but yeah. It's also not very responsible, because then what happens if we have a year where all of a sudden the house go up to 7% because we haven't done
Yeah.
anything?
No.
Which we are seeing in other municipalities' budgets,
We just
right?
went through this with the
Yeah.
garbage price increase, the pickup fee from
Yes.
$2 to $3,
Yeah,
right, catching up over.
because it was a decade,
Yeah.
And
for
I don't,
example.
I don't mean it in terms of, it'd be nice for us if it didn't. I'm more that like for, or sustainability, just that people aren't getting a 3% raise every year.
Exactly. Bye, Debbie. Merry
Bye.
Christmas. No, I totally agree. It's
Right?
above the COLA for sure.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. And none of us are on water and wastewater,
No, but
right?
I'm
No.
tuned to the people who are, I know that it is.
Well, I'm on Renfrew Water and Wastewater at our business, so I recognize
Yeah.
the increases really are tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We do our best not to increase it any more than, $5 per month. Somewhere around that, that amount, so that it's not, again, Sandra's gonna probably glare at me because she's like, we still have to do the rates and we still have to do all the stuff. But I feel,
don't listen to Annette.
I feel fairly comfortable.
If you're on or if you're viewing us right now, don't
you're
listen.
still
to the
here,
lady.
bravo.
Yeah. No, but I feel comfortable with saying around that amount, or, or not more than that amount, so that, that kind of puts it in perspective that,
It does.
it's not too. We tried, we did the best that we could with
Oh.
all of the investments that need to be made this year on 50-year infrastructure.
Yeah,
So,
no, and it showed.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take a break and
Okay,
then we're gonna come back and then we're gonna go into closed.
Okay.
So.
Are we having a bottle of wine with the clothes?
go ahead.
John, are you gonna be coming into the office at any time before Christmas?
Probably, yeah. You need
July.
I have a gift for you here. It's this, I'll show you on
Oh,
camera.
yeah, you can see.
Okay,
And-
that's wonderful.
And so
well-
I don't want it to go bad, so I can drop it at your place if you're not gonna be in, but if you're gonna be in, I can leave it at your desk.
I'll come in because I was gonna drop you a little envelope, regarding some flowers.
Okay, very
So
good.
I'll do that tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so that'll be a good time. I can sneak in and out without coughing on anyone. And,
Or I can come by your place if we can make, oh, let's text later.
we're here all the time.
Okay.
Till Friday, we're going to pick up our grandson. So,
Okay,
and Annette, I'm joining you by phone for the closed session.
That's correct, because I can't keep you on the Zoom, and keep us live, because we'll be dark. So if you want to go off of the Zoom now, that's fine, and I'll give you a call in 5 minutes when we come back.
Good enough. I'm gonna turn off my, my meeting here and I'll listen for your call. I'll just go get a drink.
Okay, thanks, John.
We should have gotten a photo
We're back.
Well, welcome everyone, and I have a resolution dated the 16th day of December 2025. The committee proceed in closed session in accordance with Municipal Act 2001, Section 239.2, to deal with the matters as indicated below. Personnel matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal employees, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. May I have a mover, please? Look at Meredith. All in favor? All right, and we are now in close. Okay, welcome everyone. I have a resolution dated the 16th day of December 2025. The committee moves at a closed session at 4:08 PM. To rise and report, the committee met to receive information and give staff direction regarding the request to revoke a building permit and complaint regarding information timelines and approve minutes from November 18th, 2025. Can I have a mover, please? Moved by Tracy, all in favor? Excellent. And we are out of closed. And could I get an adjournment, please? Merv, all in favor? We're adjourned until 5:15.
Yeah,
5:20, 5:15.
5:15, I think.